Alright, mic check, test test, 1, 2, 3. Sounds like it's working. Let's go ahead and get into it. Ugh, man, my throat is feeling off. That was weird. My mic automatically muted. That was really weird. But yeah, I feel like I got acid reflux or something just now. But the last meal I ate was at 2 in the afternoon, and it's now 10:53 p.m. So I don't know how I have like acid reflux. It's weird. Anyways, welcome to the stream. Let's get some of this out of the way, shall we? Okay, let's see what we're in for. Yep, we got that. We got Varka with a new quest line. We got his test run. Bennett Sucro. Okay. Not Cryala. Miliestra Wonderland. Oh, now you can actually get primos from Miliestra. Okay. What is this? Oh, anecdotes. And that's it. No new region. So probably just a quest. Let's see. Are there any? Whoopsies. Are there any anecdotes right now? Yes. There's one for Varka. Right over here. And is that the only one? Looks like that's the only one. Nothing over here. I don't see anything there. Sumeru. Nothing over here. Nope, nothing here. And nothing here. Okay. Yeah, Bark is the only anecdote right now. Let's check quest lines. What the hell? Quest lines, damn it. Alright, so there's still that, but something's off. Damn it! Stop doing that. What the fuck? Aha. Lanternlit ode to the silver moon. Yeah, that was for Zubai. Get quest. Okay, time remaining 20 days. We'll look into that a little bit later. What else we got? Got a new battle pass with no new battle pass weapons. Jumbo, Spark, and Splash Touch. So this is the Klee statue. Okay. There's gonna be a new event with Dodoko stuff. Damn it, what is with this, like, burping acid reflux feeling? Okay, I think this is still okay. I don't really plan on leveling up any new characters except for Yahoda, who I still need to level up. So there's that. Hey, I don't have to replay Imaginarium Theater. Nice! That's awesome. Cool. Well, last time I had to. Make 50 wishes. We'll look at that in a little bit. Let's do that, and... here we go. get this right now. Because I always do. Yep, charge to wallet. Yeah, I don't have... Or I have plenty in my wallet balance in my PlayStation Plus account. Yeah, sure. Okay. Anyway, I don't plan on getting Varga, but I should check
Mathematics
what
is the
he
foundation of all things. If you're interested, I can teach you some arithmetic.
Alright, so he uses... Oh, Wolf Hook. Alright. How many of those do I got? Only 126. And then what does Flynn's need? He uses these. Oh, I got plenty of that. Okay.
First, hold out both your hands.
I only got 49 of these now. Who did I use this on? Oh, Itlua. That's what it was. I should probably get more of these, huh? I got so many of those. Alright, I have 60 and 49. Anything else less than 60 and 49? Okay, 33. Anything less than 33? Another 49. 45. 19 barrel conch. I don't think I'll ever need barrel conch again, though. Not even for food items, I don't think. Sango Pearl. I remember those took me forever to get. This was only one character that ever needed this. Toma. It was one of the first characters I ever got, and I never could level him past 20 for the longest time. I was so pissed about that. Because I had to go all the way to Inazuma, and as a new player, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I probably shouldn't cuss. 150. Alright, let's get some Wolfhook. Clean. Clean. Okay, I can do it again. Oh. Interesting. Alright, so Moonlight, Elysium, Vagrancy. I think Elysium was Zibai or Nefer or both. Let's just do Moonlight for now. I gotta check who it was I was leveling up talents for. Oh, Zibai's gold. So it was... Okay, yeah, it was Columbina for Moonlight, and then Elysium was Itlua. Okay, that's what it was. And then Vagrant, I don't think I've had that one yet. Alright, let's do Moonlight then. There we go. Now I got all of it. Cool. Well, I just got an Intertwined Fate from Battle Pass, but I don't think I'll be pulling on these banners, and I'll explain why in just a moment. Or for one, there's no character I want from Chronicle. Maybe Klee, but I don't really want Klee. The only thing I want is LG for the end. So that would be the only thing I'd be wanting to pull on, and even then, not really. This is one of the best support weapons in the game, but now the characters that I would put this on, I would rather have something else. Fischl can still use this really well. I would take her off of the first Great Magic. And she would just lose a lot of damage. Alright, Wonders and Missing Winds. Increase Elemental Mastery by 60. Just automatically increased by 60. Okay, when the elemental skills or burst of the character wielding this weapon hits opponents, character gains Sigil of Remembrance. This effect can be triggered once every, and it can be triggered even if said character is not on the field. When you possess 4 sigils, all will be consumed, and all nearby party members will obtain a million movement feral song for 12 seconds. Million movement feral song increases elemental mastery and increases attack. Once it's triggered, you will not gain sigils of members for 20 seconds. So the buff lasts for 12. Okay. Yeah. That's interesting. But yeah, the energy recharge would be very much appreciated on just about any character using it. And then getting the extra attack in EM is good for a lot of teams. The extra attack is good on Official for Overload team. The extra EM is good for Vape and Melt teams, like if I put it on Yalan, for example. It's just a very good support weapon. One of the best. For the Epitomized Path, well, let's look at what this does. So this is a really good crit rate weapon. So it has 33% crit rate and has 608 attack when it's fully leveled up. Increased attack speed by 10%. I don't know if that's useful on anybody other than Varka. Maybe every time the equipping character's normal attack hit opponents when they cast their elemental skill or when they begin their charge attacks. Okay, every time the character's normal attacks hit opponents when they cast their elemental skill or when they begin their charge attacks, gain 1, 2, 2 stack of 4 wins him respectively. 4 wins him. Interesting. Damage dealt is increased by 7.5 for 4 seconds. Max 4 stacks. This effect can be triggered once every 0.01 seconds, so pretty much just right away every time. Additionally, when the party has the Hexerai Secret Rite effect, each stack of 4 wins him also increases the equipping character's crit damage. Huh. When the party has the Hexerai Secret Rite effect. That's interesting. So 30% crit damage, 30% extra damage dealt at full stacks. And you can gain those stacks by doing normal attacks, skills, and charge attacks, but not elemental burst. Okay. And you get a lot more stacks from using skill and normal attacks. It's interesting. Alright, what does this do? After using an elemental burst, the equipping character's lunar charge damage dealt to opponents is increased by 35%. Additionally, after triggering lunar charge reaction, the equipping character will gain a weapon of ruin. Crit damage is increased by 20% for 6 seconds. They will also regain 12 elemental energy. Okay, can be restored this way once every 14 seconds. This is not a very good stat stick when we have Primordial Jade Wing Spear. This is only good on Flins. So I think this is the better overall weapon. I'm wondering if you just have to have a Hexerite team to make use of the crit damage buff. Whoever uses this weapon has to be on field, because using an elemental burst does not stack the damage dealt. So that's unfortunate. It's not going to be a suitable replacement for Beacon for someone like my Beto build or anything like that. It's just a stat stick, and it's not a very good one. I think Beacon is a better stat stick, but if it's an on-fielder using it, like Eula, for example, I can see this being pretty good. Increased damage now and crit damage is just good. She wouldn't get the physical damage bonus from the main stat. She would get crit rate, which is really good because she needs to crit. So I think overall it's good. Not a whole lot of on-fielders that would want to use it, though. Mavika definitely doesn't want to use that. Damn it, man. I keep having to burp. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Echoes? Yeah, I can't claim this right now. Oh, we have new echoes to go get, though. Alright, cool. Let's do that now. There we go. There we go. So each echo costs 2 keys, right? So that's good. Now I'm back at... So I needed 4 keys to unlock both echoes. Now I'm back at having 2 keys. So I'm golden. I don't really care about getting echoes, but hey, at least I got echoes, right? Alright, let's go ahead and get our Sanctifying Elixir. Item can't be used here. Of course not. Why did I think I could? Okay, can I use it here? There we go. Alright, 0.52. Guess we're doing this. So it takes 50. Versus... Holy shit. It takes 200 of those. You know what, fuck it. Let's just do it. Seems like a waste to do that. So it takes 4 of these to equal one of the big ones. Is that about the same amount of XP it takes? Or that it gives for... I'm gonna say yes. Okay. Start extracting. And they still have the cycle at 41 days. So I guess that's never gonna change. I don't guess, I just know that's never gonna fucking change. Now I have 2 Sanctifying Elixirs. Well, cool, I guess. Yes, there's that. Smoked fish steak. When did I get that? I forgot about this. Only 2 liners. Okay. Okay. What else? Yes. We get our 300 Primo Gems. Let me check my Primo count first. So I just signed in for the day. I'm at 18,260. So if you subtract the 90 from Welkin, I would have been at 18,170. Good to know. Can't show this on screen, but I'm looking at the version highlights right now. Checking for anything new. Traveler community. Okay. We're getting Escoffier and Skirk in the second half. And that's going to be from March 17th. What's this stuff with Venti? Homeward, He Who Caught the Wind. Available from 2/27 on. Oh, it's just a bunch of... Okay, it's the events. Got it. Alright. Now let's actually look at the events. Tab. Okay. Homeward, he who caught the wind. Yep, alright. And of course the Chronicle Wish. Alright, nothing new there. What about name card? Just got that Battle Pass name card. I never really care about the Battle Pass name cards, to be honest. Community. Nothing. Alright. Master Shop. Why is this highlighted? Why is the shop highlighted? Wow. 50% off the second set with a bundle purchase. Fuck that. I like their little outfit. Okay. Is this the Battle Pass outfit? This is disappointing. That's a lot of money just for a freaking outfit. Let me see. So it costs how many? $14.40. 300, 980. You don't even get like a first time purchase type deal. That's retarded. That's actually retarded. Alright, so that's 15, so 30 bucks. And when it's not discounted, it's 2,400. Is it ever not discounted? Because I don't know that much about Miliastra. So 1440 and 1200. You still can't even get one for $15. It's $30 to get most of one. And if it's not discounted, it's $50. For a fucking skin. No thank you. I've been okay with spending $20 on a skin before, but it depends on the fucking game. If it's like an MMO game, like Elder Scrolls Online or something, I'm okay with it. There's nothing else to spend money on in that game other than the crate stuff and the monthly pass thing, but that's different. It's not that's Battle Pass, it's something else. This game, however, $50 for a skin when it's not discounted, or $30 when it is, that's insane. I'm sorry, that's just insane. Fuck Miliastra Wonderland. They really fucked us over with that. I'm so glad that people put together the test dummy and whatnot, but everything else about it just is so fucking stupid. I don't think I'll ever really play it. Not unless I actually get a buddy on this game that wants to do it, and maybe I'll join them, but I don't see myself ever doing it on my off time. Okay. Fuck. Let's talk about the banners. Varka banner. So if you want Varka, this banner still sucks. Namely because free-to-play teams, like he's got a lot of teams he can play on, and his best free-to-play team is this banner. So from a free-to-play aspect, this banner is awesome. It's like a 7 or 8 out of 10. But for longevity, for someone that's been playing for a long time, you already probably got Bennett, Xiangling, and Sucrose all at C6. So you already have his free-to-play team, most likely, if you've been playing for a long time. So what I should say is new player. New players don't need to hunt for constellations. They shouldn't try to hunt for constellations. So even then, getting someone like Bennett for the overworld, Xiangling for the overworld, and Sucrose for the overworld isn't entirely necessary. Varka by himself should be fine. You can use Bennett, but you can also use food. So the 4 stars aren't like that big a deal. Varka could just solo the overworld. Now, old school player, free-to-play team, again, this is his best free-to-play team, but for people that have already been playing this game for a long time, you already have them at C6, most likely. Now, if you don't have these characters at C6, maybe you haven't been playing that long, but you're still not a new player or something, this is a really good banner. because then now you can C6 all these characters, and these are all really good characters to get C6 on. Even Bennett and Xiangling combo, I think they overall they give you something like 30% or so extra pyro damage bonus from when you use their bursts. And Xiangling's Guoba gives I don't know if it's a constellation or a passive, where it drops a little chili pepper, you get extra attack, so that's always nice. Sucrose is a Hexorite character, so you can pair her with Varka and you get Hexorite buffs. You get double Animo buffs. I think that gives you... I think double Animo is skill cooldown, as well as some other things, like movement speed. Bennett and Xiangling being duo Pyro would give you more attack buff. So Pyro Resonance is good. And then, of course, Bennett being one of the best supports in the game, also very good. But if you're I don't know, if you're a whale or a dolphin or just a low spender, this banner is kind of bad. Let's be honest, most people that even care about this game anymore already have these characters at C6. This isn't doing anything for you. So for anyone that's been playing long enough to have these characters at C6 already, this banner by itself, Varka as the sole unit worth pulling for, it's like a 2 out of 10 for me. Just for me. I have all 3 of those 4 stars at C6. I would only be getting Star Glitter. There's no real value in pulling on this banner. Varka as a whole is a decent DPS, but that's all it is. Right now, it's just decent. And it's very likely that he's going to have a new teammate in the future that's going to be really essential to him being stronger. But right now, where he's at in the meta for like endgame content, he can clear it just fine, most likely. But so can a lot of other characters that have already come out. And with power creep and everything, I don't know. Unless they kind of lower the standards for endgame content where you don't need to have, you know, Nefer Premium or Flynn's Premium or Malwika Premium to clear content, then I would say Varka's just fine. He's going to be an absolutely good character. He's just as strong as someone, say, like Nuvulette. He's probably just up there with Nuvulette. So he's fine in that regard. But with the way that they've been going forward with their shill, with Hoyoverse shilling certain bosses in Stygian Onslaught and Abyss, once the shill mechanic is no longer having anything to do with Animo and Pyro, Varka just gets benched. That's what I'm predicting. If what people are saying is true and Nicole is going to be his best support, which we don't even know anything about Nicole, what's to say that she's not going to be a good support for someone else anyway, unless it's specifically tailored to this one guy, to this one unit, to where all her skills and bursts and passives and constellations are specifically tailored to making him godlike. And I doubt that's going to be the case. Then I don't see Varka being worth it at all. And that saddens me, because he looks really like a lot of fun to play from what I've seen. So I would give this banner overall like a 6 out of 10. The 4 stars are freaking awesome. If you don't have them, they're awesome. If you have been playing long enough that you have them, you probably already have them at C6. In which case, Varka by himself is a decent DPS to clear content with, and a fun unit. So, just overall, I would say, for me personally, it's a 2 out of 10, because I don't plan on pulling on this guy. But for anyone else, probably more like a 6 out of 10. Hey, you'll get Star Glitter from getting copies of the C6 characters anyway. And you can have a badass male character on your roster that you can play with. He's good for overworld content. He's got some cool combos and stuff that you can do from what I've seen. So he looks like a cool character to play as. He's just not for me. Flynn's, this is the worst banner I've ever seen for Flynn's. The only good character on here is Sucrose. I wouldn't run Flynn's with Bennett. I would not run Flynn's with Xiangling. Sucrose is the only saving grace for a character like Flynn's. So while Varka, these characters work perfectly for Varka, and again, if you don't have the characters at C6, then this is more like a 7 or 8, maybe even a 9 out of 10 if you're pulling for Varka, because this is the perfect free-to-play team for Varka. But for Flynn's, brother, this is like, again, even without being a new player or low spender or whatever, even if you don't have C6 characters from this banner, if you're pulling for Flynn's, you don't care about Bennett or Xiangling. If you're pulling for Flynn's. And if you are pulling for Flynn's and you already have Bennett and Xiangling, you probably already pulled enough copies of them for your Malwika. But even so, they're just not good for Flynn's. And I would say Flynn's, even just for me personally, is already like a 2 out of 10. He's a really cool character, don't get me wrong. He's an awesome DPS, but I already have Nefer and I have Zibai, so they're already going to be sharing Columbina and like going, no, I want her. No, I want her. I don't need Flynn's to make a third character that suddenly, oh, that's another character I can't always use Columbina with or something like that. And yeah, you can use Ino, Sucrose, and Inefa, but I don't have Inefa on my account. So Flynn's for me is like a 2 out of 10 because I would have to wait to pull his best support. For anybody else, if you're pulling for Flynn's, you probably already have Inefa. Chances are you have Ino and maybe even Columbina. So the last character is a flex spot, and that's Sucrose. So if you're pulling for Flynn's, this banner doesn't have Ino. This banner doesn't have Kuki Shinobu, for example. That's another decent sustain that you can use for him for like a free-to-play team. This banner doesn't have Xing Shou. This banner doesn't have any Hydro units or sustain or sub DPS electro units. So I would say this banner is more like a 3 or 4 out of 10 for anyone that's, pulling for Flynn's and, maybe has part of his team ready to go, but not like full C6 I know or something like that. So it just depends on you. Me personally, I look at the characters on this banner and I see one that's useful for him, and she's an excellent character, so I would say maybe 3 or 4 out of 10. Flynn's himself is not great when he's just by himself. So if you're using Flynn's, Sucrose, Ino, and Kuki, I could see that being a good team. I don't have them, so I couldn't say for sure. And I don't have Inefa because the game did not want me to have Inefa and made me lose my 50-50. Am I butthurt about that? Yeah, but I'm not directing that at Flynn's. I truly believe, for me, for my account, where it's at right now, he's like a 1 or even 2 out of 10. I'm okay with saying 1 out of 10 because I already have C6 of all the 4 stars. So he just would not benefit my account in any way other than just being a pretty cool character to have. Plus, I'd finally be able to finish some storylines on his island where the lighthouse is, so I guess that's one thing. Okay, 2 out of 10. But yeah, Varka, 2 out of 10 for me. I don't have any interest in this character whatsoever. I have plenty of overland exploration characters, Chaska, Wanderer, Yelan, just to name a few. Yeah, there's just no reason for me to pull Varka. Chronicle Wish banner, it sucks. It's a 1 out of 10. It's absolutely a 1 out of 10. With the exception of Albedo, Klee, Eula, and Eula's weapon, and Elegy of the End, there is nothing good about this banner. Let me cancel the pass so we can see them all. So, Albedo, Hexerite character. He can be played on very specific teams, and he does have some interesting buffs now. So if you are an Albedo wanter, then hey, now is your chance to get him. But of course, you do risk getting Eula, arguably the worst character in the game right now. Yes, she can hit millions of damage, and plenty of people have done it. However, every time I see a showcase like that, it's crit fishing, which is fucking cringe, and it's also based on supports like Bennett being at C5 instead of C6, or just being like C6 fucking Eula or something like that. So most of the people that do the crazy Eula showcases, trying to get like 99 or 999 million or some crazy amount of damage from her burst, it's just physical as a whole is not great. There's no proper support for it other than maybe Mika, if you want to count that. And then you have Farina, who can buff damage bonus. So if you're going for Albedo and you get Eula, it's not a good feeling. If you are pulling for Albedo and you get Mona, that's not terrible. Mona's actually a really good standard banner character. But that's just it. She's a standard banner character. So it's like losing the 50-50 on the standard banner, and then you have to do it all over again and consume her fate point. It's just it's useless. And then Klee, I don't know that much about Klee. I'm not gonna lie. If you're a Klee wanter, she got some good buffs from what I saw on some showcases, so she's a pretty good DPS now. But again, if you're pulling for Klee and you get D-Luke, well, sucks to be you, I guess. D-Luke's a standard bandit character. If you're pulling for Klee and you get Eula, well, you wanted a pyro DPS, now you get a physical one, arguably the worst thing to get in the game, a physical DPS. If you're pulling for Klee and you get Mona, okay, maybe you have a support for her. I don't know how they work together. If you get Albedo, I mean, they can work together, maybe? I don't know. It's just, this is a really crappy Chronicle Wish. At least on the last one, we had Beacon of the Reedsea, which is a decent weapon. And I think we had Hunter's Path, I'm not sure. But yeah, now all we have is all the standard banner weapons are on this Chronicle Wish. What the fuck was the point of that? Like, at least give us Jade Cutter, because that was Albedo's signature for a while. That would have been nice, just to get Jade Cutter. Or hell, even the one that's like the Geo sword version of Zhongli's weapon. Not Vortex Vanquisher, but it's the sword version of Vortex Vanquisher. Even that would have been like, okay, well, at least we got something like that on the banner. Just because it's a Geo character, let's put a Geo weapon on there, right? Or something resembling a Geo weapon. Yeah, the fact that we have two swords on here and one sword character is just, what was the point of this? This is the worst Chronicle Wish ever. 6 characters and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weapons. If you're trying to pull a weapon from this banner and you end up getting something else, if you're trying to get Elegy of the End and you get Wolves Greystone, what was the point? If you're trying to pull Elegy and you get Song of Broken Pines, what was the point? If you're pulling for Elegy and you get Aquila Favonia, what was the point? Oh, well, that's Bennett's best weapon. No, it's not. Miss Splitter arguably is his best weapon. Skyward Blade, I would even argue, is his best weapon, even though it doesn't have the highest base attack. There's plenty of weapons that have the high base attack that Aquila Favonia has, and there's plenty of 4-star alternatives that are just as good. Sapwood Blade, easily Bennett's best 4-star free-to-play weapon. Who needs Aquila Favonia? Seriously, who needs this weapon? This is a terrible freaking banner. 1 out of 10 from me. If you're an Albedo wanter, a Klee wanter, then congratulations, you have a way of getting them. If you're a Eula wanter, prepare to be disappointed. Because until they buff her or buff physical, which they haven't done in 5 years, you're just going to be disappointed. Don't pull on this banner if you can help it. But yeah, if you're an Albedo and Klee wanter, I mean, yeah, I guess go for it, right? Or if you want them both, you know, maybe you'll get one and then losing the 50-50 and get the other one or something, and use the fate point to guarantee the next one or something. Maybe you get lucky that way. If you're an Elegy of the End wanter like myself, this is still a terrible banner to go for. I don't see myself pulling for this banner whatsoever. So, with that said, I don't plan on pulling for Varka, I don't plan on pulling for Flynn's, and I certainly don't plan on pulling on the weapon banner. That sword looks fucking awesome, I'm not gonna lie. But I have no idea if it's actually worthwhile. But going into that though, this weapon banner is freaking good. For the 4 stars, you have Sack Bow, Sack Fragments, Favonia's Sword, Favonia's Great Sword, and then the spear is actually good. I tested this spear out not too long ago when it first ran, because I ended up getting it when I was shooting for Nefer's weapon, and it's interesting how it works depending on the character you're using it on, and also if you have AoE. Because when you use the elemental skill to hit an opponent, your attack is increased, and your energy recharge is increased. So you get 3 stacks max, and there's no downtime or whatever. Like, oh, you can only activate this effect once every 0.2 seconds or some shit like that. There's no downtime. It's just if the skill hits 3 targets, you get 3 stacks. On a character like Rosaria, you can hit a target twice with 1 skill hit. And if you have 2 targets in front of you, she can hit both of them in 1 skill hit and max out the stacks, because she's doing 2 hits to each target. So this is an interesting weapon to get, and it's a crit rate 4-star weapon. So kinda awesome. I gotta say, it's pretty freaking cool. I don't know if Flynn's skill hits opponents or if it just activates his like resonance or whatever to do stuff. So I don't know if it's good on someone like Flynn's. It could be. The catalyst that this spear belongs to a certain type of weapon family or whatever you want to call it. So there's a catalyst, there's this spear, there's a sword, and you can get the sword from a quest. So the catalyst was actually really good for Nefer. It was a crit damage catalyst, similar to Witsith, but all it did is give elemental mastery, while this spear gives you increased attack and energy recharge. All good things for Flynn's. So I don't know if his skill actually hits opponents. If it does, this is an excellent Flynn's weapon as a kind of a down, or not a downgrade, but like a, you know, like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like if you don't get his weapon but you get this, hey, you got something, right? So it's not a bad weapon to get. So the 4 stars in the weapon banner are freaking awesome. There are no bad weapons on this weapon banner. It is just stacked. If you're pulling for Flynn's, or if you have Flynn's and you're pulling for his weapon, and you get Varka's weapon, if it ends up being the fact that you can activate its special effect just as long as you have Hexerite teammates, you don't have to be a Hexerite character, then this weapon is really good for anyone that you're unfeeling that uses a Claymore. Otherwise, it's just a stat stick, and it's not even the best stat stick in the game. If you're pulling on this banner, you're probably spending money. Not a lot of free-to-play players pull on weapon banners, let's be real. But let's say you do. Let's say you do pull on this. You're pulling for the Flynn Spear, you get Varka's weapon. At least you probably got the 4-star Spear, in which case, not a total loss, right? Let's say you're pulling for Varka's weapon, and you get Flynn's Spear. Well, now there's a different story, because none of these 4 stars are good for Varka. For his teammates, we have, let's see, his premium team right now is Venti, it's Bennett, and it's Durin. So, which of these weapons is good for any of Varka's premium teams? Well, Sack Frags is good for Sucrose if you don't have Venti, right? So that's decent. If you have Durin, Favonia's Sword, not great on Durin. So, yeah. I mean, you could use it, especially when Stygian Onslaught, but it's not great on Durin. It is a great weapon to have on your account, however, but if you are pulling on this banner and you don't get Varka's sword, you're relying on the great sword you get from the banner, Favonia's Greatsword is not a good weapon for Varka. Low base attack, high energy recharge, and his burst sucks. Oh, yeah, this is not a great banner for Varka Wanters. But for overall account value, this weapon banner is stacked. These 4-star weapons are awesome. There's just not much else that I can say about that. So, for the 4 stars alone, let's just say you're pulling for the 4 stars and you don't care if you get one of the 5 stars, then that's fine. There's also people like that out there. If you are one of those people, this banner is like an 8 out of 10. Absolutely. If you're pulling for a 5-star, and you just happen to get a lot of those 4-star weapons, I would still say this banner is at least a 6 or 7 out of 10, depending on if you're pulling for Flynn's or Varka. Because Flynn's, at least, there's some weapons on here that are good on his teammates. Favonia's Greatsword, great for Aino. Sack Frags, again, great for Sucrose. Wandering Evenstar is better for a Flynn's team with Sucrose, but Sack Frags is still pretty damn good. Inefa, Inefa can use the spear as well, because I think it can be used off field. Let me check. Yeah. So Inefa likes this spear as well. Extra energy recharge, extra attack. If she bursts, or if you are able to burst often with Inefa, that means you always get the EM share with her. So, yeah. For Flynn's teams, the spear, the sword, or the greatsword, I mean, and the catalyst are all really good for Flynn's premium, or even Flynn's free-to-play. Excuse me. Because even Kuki can use Favonia's sword. She doesn't need to have like a crazy amount of energy. You just stack crit rate, and she shares particles with the team if you wanted to use Kuki on your Flynn's team. So yeah, for Flynn's Wanters, this banner is just the best. This is probably one of the best weapon banners you can hope for. For Varka Wanters, it's still really good for your account. So that's why I can't go lower than a 6 for Varka Wanters when it comes to this weapon banner. So that's all I gotta say. So, ending my yapping session, we have a 2 for Varka, we have a 2 for Flynn's, and we have at least a 6 for the weapon banner, and a 1 for the Chronicle Wish. That's my rating. I'm pretty harsh, but that's just how it is. That's how I feel about it. If it turns out that Varka is like a future character type thing, where it's like, oh, he's bad now, but he'll get better in the future with new supports that come out later, I'm just going to be more disappointed because we should have got them first. Like, we got Lauma before we got Nefer. We got Inefa before we got Flynn's. And at least we got Sitlali and Malwika at the same time. That was terrible. But we also got Escoffier before we got Skirk. So, kind of disappointing if it turns out to be that, a character that comes out later is going to be really good for Varka. Because I would want that character now. Now, you could argue we did get Durin before Varka, and we got Venti as well on the same banner. So you could argue that, if those are his best characters, then we did get the proper supports. And if Nicole isn't the best support for Varka, she's just good for a certain type of team, and Varka is one of those teams, then that just means that she's not even a dedicated support for him. And that she's just like an alternative or something. So the future Varka Premium could be Durin, Nicole, Venti, Varka. Just a full Hexerite team. And maybe her weapon states, hey, the more Hexerite characters you have on your team, the more bonuses that you get from her. In which case, she's going to be great for Varka, but she could also be arguably great for a lot of other characters. So yeah, it just depends. But I'm really sad about it. I'm really sad with what I've seen about Varka. I was hoping that he was just going to be able to bulldoze through everything with his kit, with his special abilities and all that stuff. He just seemed like a really cool character, and He's not a disappointment. He's a good character, but he's not up there with like the shit that they've been releasing recently. He doesn't match up to what they've already released, and that's what's disappointing. Like, why did they decide to hold back for this guy? This guy has been, gosh, he's been hyped up for so long, and they released all these great characters before him. Why couldn't he be just as good? I don't know. That's what's disappointing to me. Maybe I'm biased, but yeah, I'm still gonna say 2 out of 10 instead of 1. 2 out of 10 for Flynn's banner, for me anyway. Again, Flynn's Wanters, you at least get Silkros, and the weapon banner is really good for Flynn's. Okay, I am now gonna take this time to spend 50 wishes on the standard banner. But before I do that, I gotta use the restroom, so I'll be right back. Yeah, I think I'm done eating pizza. I ate my lunch/dinner at 2 o'clock today, and my stomach is just killing me right now. Alright. Let's see. I'm going to check my pity on the standard banner real quick. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Okay. That's a weird place to be. So I'm at 24 pity on the standard banner right now. I don't ever do single pulls on standard banner. But yeah, 24 pity is weird. So 50 wishes could get me a 5-star. Let's see what happens. Now I'm gonna make a video out of this, but I'm not gonna include audio recording. So whatever you hear on stream, guess what? You're the lucky ones. You heard my reaction. Anybody watching this on YouTube, you're gonna see this, me pointing out that I'm gonna make 50 wishes for this battle pass, and to do that, I'm gonna be using 50 standard wishes instead of the regular wishes. So here we go, starting now. First 10, let's go. So this is 34 pity, and we got a Favonius Codex. That's pretty lame, but it's still a fab weapon. Alright, 20, and this is now 44 pity. Hey, we take those. Alright, closer and closer to C6 Yansan. Hell yeah. Alright, that's 44 pity, 30, now 54, no 5-star yet. I don't want to ever see it. I already know now, because I just saw that I'm not going to get the 5-star. 40, and this is now 64 pity. Never mind, 5-star it is. That's disappointing. Hey! Okay, I would have preferred C6 Jean, but hey, I need more mono copies too. Whoa. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 pity. This is gonna be a fun video. So 6 pity, lots of star glitter, and now 50. So I'm at 16 pity. Alright, no 5-star. Hey, we got a 9-0 too. Alright. Not bad. Okay. That's going in the video. Alright, so... Whoopsie. Yeah, constellation. Alright, so we just got constellations for Tainari, Aino, and Neon-san. Aino's down here. So now I got C4 Aino. Wow, I don't think I need Favonia's Great Sword for her anymore. Alright, next we have Tainari. What's Tainari at now? C4. Let's go. Okay, I'll read that later. And lastly, we have Mona. Oh, we had Eon-san as well. C5. Oh my god, I'm so close. So close. Alright, Mona is down here. There she is. C3. Okay, C4 Mona is supposed to be really good, so we just need one more. That's really good. This was a really good summoning session. I'm going to go ahead and record the last 15 minutes and I'll trim it down for the sake of YouTube. Holy crap, yeah. I'm really happy with that. Let's go standard banner. Wow, okay. 2 characters getting 20 star glitter for those 2 5-star characters. Let's see what our star glitter is at now. So I can do 85 wishes with this star glitter. That's very much a guaranteed 5-star. So we're getting there. My plan is to do something crazy and try to C6 a character with star glitter in the future. It's gonna take a while because I don't pull that often, so I don't get that much star glitter. But I'm at 426 now, and I started probably when Nodcry first came out. It might have even been started before that, but yeah. I've been saving since either Skirk or when Nodcry. I think I was saving after Skirk because I saw a video by Eeks, I think his name is Eeks, where he used his star glitter for Skirk, and that's what gave me the idea. Like, oh, I should try that. Like, how long would it take me to get to where I want to be to C6 a 5-star? So, yeah, I think it was after Skirk's first run, and then that's when I started saving my star glitter. So it was definitely before Nodcry, but I don't know how many banners we had after Skirk. Probably Inepa, but yeah. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and get that anecdote done. There we go. And after I get this anecdote, I'm going to start spending my resin. And I need to fight bosses, so there's only one character that I want to get to level 80, and that's Yahoda. That way I can get more Acquaint Fates and finally get her to level 80, so yeah. That's going to be a primary focus of mine. Oh shit, I went the wrong way. Of course Barco's at the flagship. I don't usually show anecdotes on stream, but hey, while when we're in Rome, right?
What did I tell you? You are, without a doubt, my best drinking buddy in all of Nodcry.
You're too kind, Mr. Varka. Truth is, though, I am but a dabbler when it comes to spirits. Yours, my friend, is a truly superior palate.
Ah, Traveler! What impeccable timing. Fancy a drink?
I believe something on the milder side would be suitable for you, Miss Traveler. As it happens, Mr. Dimyon is away on business. Allow me to prepare your drink in his stead. What'll it be then? Something sweet? Or perhaps with a little tang to it? You seem a little tired. Something tangy to invigorate the senses, maybe. Perhaps a splash of lemon juice.
Can't say I've ever had any sour liquor before. Closest I get is drinking something sour after the alcohol to sober up. Actually, well, now that I think about it, it's been a long time since I tasted Noelle's hangover soup. She'd always toss in wolf hooks and berry juice. My drinking stamina's really taken a hit without it. The thought of it makes me want to head back to Mondstadt.
Here you go. It may be nameless, but I'm confident it'll lift your spirits. Miss Paimon, allow me to present this freshly squeezed juice. I've included a bit of pulp to further enhance its texture.
Wow, thank you!
Mr. Varka, have a sip of this.
Oh, I get a serving too? What's this? The sobering up round after the party? This is... Oh, the taste of wolf hook! Where did you even get this? When?
Your longing for Mondstadt is quite evident, and I happen to have an eye for such subtleties. In any case, I trust that this fruit shall bring you some measure of cheer.
Not bad at all. Shame, though. Can't find anyone else to keep me company on marathon drinking sessions here in Notcry. That said, I don't think you've ever quite drunk your fill.
If you're referring to the experience of being utterly absorbed in exquisite wine, allowing one's thoughts to wander freely and relishing the act of doing so, then I suppose... vanishes without a trace. But while certain robust spirits may ignite a blaze, I can't say it's ever really made me feel that way.
Ah, that's only because the stuff we've got isn't strong enough. Like the fire water from Snezhnaya. You've definitely tried that before, right?
Of course. But it's been some time now, so my recollection has grown faint.
I'll get us a barrel one of these days. Then we can drink to our heart's content.
I shall defer to your judgment, Mr. Varka. First, however, allow me to raise a toast to this most pleasant evening encounter.
All right. Ha ha ha. Cheers!
Cheers!
Here's to a delightful evening.
Well, I'll be damned. I think this is the first time someone actually gave the traveler alcohol. Alright. What else did they have to say?
To, the moon!
Indeed. To the moon.
Or some information. Either way, I'd be happy to oblige.
But does anecdote count as doing commission? Huh. I didn't know that. Alright, next on the list, we need to do daily stuff. What? Wait, hold on. Oh, that's right, yeah. Okay, anyway. So let's go ahead and go to Yehoda. Now, yep. Let's go here. Let's get some boss fights done.
Surge, a moonlit night for
Might compels you. You got this. Press the advantage.
Without further ado, light this up.
All right, time to get moving.
gone, Shadow of Darkness! Go get him, Aiden! Charge! Rally!
Be cleansed. The sky clears, the glaze moon shines!
You know, I could use Instructor on Goro. So that might be pretty good. It would be better if it had energy recharge, but crit rate and flat defense is good for Goro. For the Nod Cry bonus, it's good to have more defense than less. So now when building Goro, I do recommend getting more defense on him when possible. As energy recharge sands go, this is not a good one. That's unfortunate. Alright, next.
A new moon rises.
Light compels you! You got this! Advance! Press the advantage!
That thing hits hard. Crit damage? No, crit rate would have been better. I think I have crit rate though. Attack, but nothing else that's good. No energy recharge. No crit rate. EM is alright. But yeah, no. Oh, that was a goblet. Never mind, that was even worse. Flat attack and energy recharge would have been better for like Shenhe or something.
Lofty wisdom will show us the way.
Whoopsie, that is not what I meant to do. Fuck.
Surge. New moons confirmed.
Be gone, Shadow of Darkness! Charge! Rally!
Oh shit, this is gonna be tough. He's gonna go into... Okay, never mind. He didn't go into the special mode. Thank God. Thank goodness for that. Alright, let's see. We're at 11. Wow, if I had gotten 1+4, I would have been able to ascend Yehoda right now. And then she would have been in the 80-80 range. Or 70 to 80 range, and then I could have got her to 80-80. That's what I meant to say. Alright, well, sorry Yehoda, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer for me to ascend you. That's unfortunate. Well, after Yehoda gets to 80, let's see, who do I want to work on as far as ascending goes? Everybody on my favorites list is already at the 80-90 range. Oh, okay, I don't have Mizuki up there yet. Eula's up there already. Chi-Chi's not. I know. Shin, Tainari. Mona. I should work on Mona. Oh, God, I hate her boss, though. I hate her boss. It looks like I was working on her at one point, but I hate her boss so much.
Mathematics is the foundation of all things. If you're interested, I can
Yes, I know, Shibai. Alright.
Add Astro. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Add Astro.
Wait, anything new for non-cry? No, okay. Oh, shit. That scared me.
Any updates on the commission from last time? Should be done just about now, right?
Apologies, Mr. Varka. The wine merchants from Mondstadt say they'll need more time to prepare. Also, they have asked me to pass this message on to you. Have you seriously finished the last batch? That cart was huge.
Well, it's not like I'm the only one drinking. That amount of wine is barely enough for 2 banquets. We'll need more. Come on. I timed this down to the second. The Dawn Winery should be reopening the cellar of Dandelion wine right around now. As the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius in Mondstadt, patronizing their business is but one of my duties. Don't worry, I've left some for them. I didn't clean it all out, or Charles would have nothing to work with. The trouble with long journeys, though, is that wine tends to lose its flavor in the process. Next time I get back, I'll have Charles mix me the strongest drink he's got. Now, who to drink with? Kaya would definitely come if I called. D-Luke? Well, if I can catch him, I'll have a couple of drinks with him, too. Well, might as well get those two to have a drink together, perhaps.
Alright. One thing I forgot to spend my resin on was the boss battles. So, let me see. I think I already did... What's his face? Dottore? Yeah, I did that one for the week already. Crystal Fly Trap. Get that out of the way. I know what I need to do. Check out my Serenity pot.
This realm.
Okay, I'm glad I always save my realm currency. Oh, I can do this. Damn it. There we go. Select all. Batch exchange. There we go. And Sphere of Fleeting Shadow. What does it do? Ah, here we go. Nightcry, Kabaki Sphere, mechanism capable of playing music and producing dazzling light effects. Souvenir brought back from Nightcry to the teapot. Traveling salesman shall be. Even a glimpse of the shifting lights cast by the sphere brings faint images to mind, which you can manipulate through the power of social creation to create the wondrous landscapes of Nightcry in your realm. Okay. So basically, this lets you go to a Nightcry realm. That's all they had to say. Okay, 600. 5, 5. Anything less than 5, I'll increase. Wait, what was that? Okay. Was that exactly $9.99? That's crazy. Okay. Alright, now I can create stuff that I don't have yet. Okay, there we go. Alright, and then that's the not cry floor and stuff like that. Oh, that's the Quiddy thing. Got it. Sweet.
If you ever have
So how much currency do I have left?
this realm,
600 or 6,842. Okay. Gonna take a while to get back up to where I just was, but it shouldn't take that long. All I ever do is buy Mora and transient resin now. Oh, right. Let me do this. Let's cook some food, including smoked fish steak. I feel like this is something I just got from Not Cry. I think it's gonna be a Flynn's specialty. Because it's from the cemetery. 3, 4. Ah! What was that? What was that achievement? Crispy spring roll. Zabai! Okay. I was wondering what her specialty dish would be.
The bounty of the skies, the rain and clouds that grace the earth beneath. The moon was never meant to be a foreign realm.
So it just increases defense. Okay. There we go. Now I can do Not Cry layout. I think I might change the Serenity Pot layout off stream. Also, when did I use one of these? Oh no, I always had 4. Never mind. I think I fucked up and I claimed like 4 of them from before, but oh well. Shit happens. A Bait of Morningstar and a Descartes from the Rising Winds. I have to remember that Hexerai set is Rising Winds. Alright, let's see now. There's Durin. Zipai. Oh, Hime Mizuki and Yehoda. Okay, so Columbina is inside one of the rooms. I was gonna take her out of the teapot to put someone else, but I don't know what I want to do just yet. Alright, anyways, let's check the new outdoor sets. This is Fontaine. Let's go from here. View details. Oh no, this is Sumeru. Okay. There's still some stuff I need to make. Maybe one of these days I'll actually finish these sets off and then claim the rewards. I haven't done that in such a long time. There needs to be more incentive to use the Serenity Pod, I swear. That's cool, I guess. Here's Fontaine. Excuse me. Arlecchino and Charlotte. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Why her? Why the perfume lighting? I forgot her name. Emily? I forgot her name. This one makes sense. Oh, interesting. Sijuin and Fremine. Yeah, this one makes sense. I don't have Sijuin or Risley. Clorand, Escoffier, and Emily. I would make this just for Clorand. Wait, is that the only one that Clorand was in? All the Fontaine ones, and Clorand was only in one of them? Emily got 2. That's some bullshit. Cheesewing got 2. Damn. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Most of them got 1. Charlotte only got 1. Arlecchino, Linny, Lynette, Shiori. Emily's the only one that got 2? Oh, and she's Wayne. Never mind. Why Emily and Sijuin? That's so weird. Alright, Milani. So this is the Natland sets. I don't really like what I'm seeing here. Okay, this looks kind of cool. Looks like you could do like some skateboarding tricks or something in this area. This one makes sense, yeah. Molani. Wait, so what was the first one? This is also Molani. This just looks like a shopping district. But this one actually does look like the People of the Springs resort type thing. Okay, yeah, this looks like Kenichi's hometown. Yep. Now they're getting better. Okay. You're basically just recreating their home base, whatever you want to call it. Their hometowns. You got a little beast pen. Oh, this would be good to put the little companion in, the one that we got from the quest line. Alright, this must be Nodcry? Yeah, because of the thing in the sky. But all it is trees and bushes for Durin, and Durin being the first one. Okay. Then for Yehoda and Varka. Definitely want to make this. Let's see. Obtain the required furnishings. Current area does not have any furnishings from the current set that can be stored. Furnishings may already belong to a set or may contain it. This will not be stored. Okay, quick obtain. So this is... You can add mincing furniture to the queue list. So we want to add... Oh, quick buy. There we go, and then add to the queued list. Okay, so that's in the works. Wait, what? They look similar. Okay. Flynn's and Eat Lua. Okay. Like keeper stuff. Inefa and Ino. The craft shop thing? I don't know. Steady I've already made most of this stuff. Ooh, I like that. Alright, quick obtain. I need 11 of those? Okay. Quick buy. Alright, already on the queued list. Do you wish to override them? No. I'll have to come back to that. And that's the last one. Okay. Man, that's a lot of this one. Okay. This is not gonna be a, whatchamacallit, a stream about Serenity Pot. But I will go ahead and get these out of the way. So now for the weekly missions, we need to defeat more bosses, spend more Mora. Oh, I've already spent quite a bit. 2 more million. Or 2 more million, 200 more thousand. And then original resin, of course. Complete domain challenges. Oh, because I did some artifact farming yesterday. And I still need to do the weekly bosses. Okay, I have transient resin for that. Columbina, I'm gonna take you out of here. I think she's in the top one. That's meant to be like the Inazuma one. No, that's Yoimiya. There she is. Yeah, sorry, I gotta take you out of this one. Whoops.
Hello. This is your garden, so it is my turn to greet you first. Good night. I'll do my best not to sing while you are asleep.
You can sing if you want. Alright. Let's take Columbina out of here, and let's put Raiden Shogun back in there. Ooh. No. Yaimiko goes into the hot spring. I forget what happened with Raiden Shogun. Let me see if this is just her.
It's you. Perhaps you have come just to see me? Oh, has night fallen already? Then you'd best go have a rest. Good night. May your dreams be calm and peaceful.
I remember now. When you first get Raiden, if you haven't done her quests, then it's the actual Raiden Shogun that is in your home. But after you complete her quests, then it's A or Egg or whatever that is in your home. So that's where it gets tricky. And here's Nefer. This is where I normally put Chlorian, but I love my Nefer. Definitely I'm a Nefer main now, through and through. I don't remember where I put Zibai at. Wasn't there. Huh? That's Lua. Wait a minute, what? Oh, Zivai's on the outside, that's right. She's in Liyue. In the Liyue areas. Okay. Let's go ahead and get Columbina's friendship thing. Oh. It's just her image. Okay. So I was using this. Let me go ahead and use Columbina's now. And I'll change the avatar. There we go. If anything, Columbina is the closest resemblance to my original character, OC, Moblin. So, cook 10 suspicious tasting dishes. Never knew that was a thing. I don't know if they just introduced that at some point recently, or if that's just always been in the game. I really should complete these, huh? Duelist series. This is Natlan stuff. That's a cool splash art as well. This one I don't really care for. Fusion Nova. While Relay. Defeat Relay while Relay is using... Why not just say defeat Relay while she is using
Mathematics
Fusion
is the
Nova?
foundation of all things.
Come on.
If you're interested, I can teach you some arithmetic. First, hold out both your hands.
Okay, next. I don't feel like doing the weeklies right now. I can do that off stream. Let's do Shibai's quest. Whoopsies. There we go. Alright. From here on, I'm going to shut up and let the quest play out.
It doesn't look like Zabai's here. And after she invited us to come, too. Where could she have run off to? Huh? This parasol looks familiar. Have we seen it somewhere before? You're probably right. But why would she leave her parasol here by the door? Oh, what are we going to do? The way things are going, Paimon's worried she'll get halfway through eating and forget how to pick up her chopsticks. Oh, we should go find her. Huh? What is it then? Let Paimon take a closer look. Whoa! What's going on? How did we end up here?
So, how do you like the little trinket I made for you?
So, this is where you are, Zabai? What's this parasol? It suddenly went whoosh and transported us here.
It seems I'm not the only one who struggles to remember things. Have you already forgotten riding on it with me before? Does that jog your memory?
Oh, it's a lunar chariot. No wonder it looks so familiar.
It's just a replica created from my memories. And it's all thanks to the broken jade token you returned to me.
Oh, so this is the little trinket you were planning to make.
Precisely. This jade token chariot can quickly transport you wherever you wish to go, which should help your travels unfold more smoothly. Please take it, my dutiful guides.
Wow, this is amazing! Paimon thought you were saying all that making a trinket stuff to be nice. She never expected you to actually do it.
I had expected it to take some time, considering how badly the token was damaged. Its spiritual energy was completely gone. But fortunately for us, this is Chenyu Vale.
Huh? What's so special about it?
Do you know exactly whereabout we are in the Vale?
Yilong Wharf?
You have much to learn about this place. The ground beneath our feet is actually one of the key intersections in Liyue's ley lines. There are 8 such nodes in total. You're more familiar with this place than I expected.
Oh, Paimon remembers now. You're talking about the 8 gates.
Correct. Where we stand right now is the center of the most auspicious of those gates, the Gate of Life. The Gate of Life symbolizes growth, prosperity, and revitalization. Thus, I was able to replenish the Jade Token's spiritual energy so quickly and craft this chariot.
Wow, talk about a power-packed position. Yes, Chenyu Vale really is a land of wonders.
Indeed, you would do well to settle here in peace and prosperity.
Huh? What do you mean, you?
It's nothing. All right, I have done all I wish to do. You may go about your business. I plan to take a stroll atop the mountain. This is where we part ways. No need to thank me. You woke me from my slumber. It is I who am in your debt. And I have told him much the same as I've said to you. He mentioned that you're on a long journey. Does your next stop happen to be a distant land of snow? Snezhnaya. Although I know nothing about the place, no journey through ice and snow is without its dangers. If you find yourselves in need of help, you know where to find me. Take care.
Alright, well, we got that done.
You have summoned me, and I shall fulfill my duty.
Bathed in the energy of the ley lines, the jade-like canopy has been replenished with spiritual power. It can now summon a jade carrion, helping its user travel quickly to distant locations. Time remaining 6 days. So I can teleport to it, just like a waypoint thing? Well, that's interesting. Huh. So now I can have up to 2. Not that I really need them right now, but hey, I guess that's alright. Maybe. So that's all it is. It's just being able to set a waypoint. I don't know what I was expecting. Was I expecting anything? Oh well. Checking to see if there's any more anecdotes. Nah, I don't see any more. Oh, I have 39 resin. Maybe I could have done a boss battle. I mean whatchamacallit. Not a boss battle, but a boss weekly. Maybe I'll just hold on to that resin for tomorrow instead. Feels like that's the right decision to make. Or I guess technically it's today, but whatever. Alright, let's go back to Nook, right? And I'm just gonna pause real quick, or not pause the stream, but I'm gonna take a moment just to take a little break. I just want to upload something to YouTube. It's my most recent Elden Ring VOD. I'm just gonna do that right now, and then I'll get back to it.
The Adeptus arts are most miraculous. But unless one first cultivates the mind before cultivating these arts, all their feats will be like the moon's reflection on water, shattering at the slightest touch. The whole world shares the bounty of the skies, the rain and clouds that grace the earth beneath. The moon was never meant to be a foreign realm.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
There we go.
Mathematics
Pretty much
is the
finished
foundation
now.
of all things.
The nice thing about
if
doing
you're
that
interested, I can teach you
is
some
that I only have so much
arithmetic.
space on my computer,
First,
and
hold
these
out both your
VODs
hands.
take up a lot
We'll
of
start
that
with the
space.
10 fingers.
Now that they're uploaded, I can delete a good majority of them from my computer's files and clean up some space there. So now, if I take a look, where do I go? Where do I go? No, that's not it. There we go. Settings, home, mobile devices, network internet system.
The whole world
Storage.
shares the bounty of the skies, the rain and clouds
Yeah,
that grace
so
the earth
my
beneath.
videos take up a crap ton
The
of
moon
space.
was never meant to be a foreign
I really
realm.
need to clean this up. I still have a bunch of videos from my Xbox days that I just don't do anything with, but it's taking up 287 gigabytes. Temporary files. What is temporary? Thumbnails, downloads. Oh, the download stuff. Okay, yeah. That's where a good majority of the VODs go to at the beginning. There's still a crap ton of stuff I gotta sort through in my downloads as well. Way too much stuff.
The Adeptus arts are most miraculous. But
Alright,
unless
anyways.
one first cultivates the mind before
Let's get back to
cultivating
the
these
stream.
arts, all their feats will be like the moon's reflection on water,
And that
shattering
video is now
at the slightest
uploading.
touch.
Or that most recent stream VOD is now uploading. So I've got... Yeah, I got a good portion of them done in one day. So this was a pretty good day off for me. Alright, let's see. So I have a quest to do. Let's unlock this. And I'm gonna mute myself and let this play out. I don't know if... I'm just gonna say this right now. I don't see myself finishing this quest tonight. I would like to go to bed at least by a reasonable time, and yeah. I'm gonna need some sleep to operate tomorrow, because I gotta close. So, maybe another 30 minutes, maybe less than that, and then I'll call it a night. So, muting myself now, and here we go.
Where'd this letter in our bag come from? Oh, it's from the tone-deaf bard. Apparently, he wants to hear all about our adventures in Nodcry. Maybe we can get some tasty treats out of him in return. Come on, let's go to Star Snatch Cliff.
Welcome back, old friend. And how should I be addressing you these days? The honorary knight of Mondstadt? The Tumaini of Natlan? Or the great hero of Nodcry?
Well, you sure have your finger on the pulse. We've barely caught our breath since Nodcry, but it sounds like you've already heard about what went down.
News travels fast on the wind. But before I can turn your tales into tunes, I need to hear them from the horse's mouth. My wine and my lyre are at the ready. So please, traveler, take a seat and tell me your tale. Amazing! Incredible! The Rahier of Solnari and the Doctor? Truly a tale for the ages! So, I'm guessing the Wild Hunt is a thing of the past now that you've defeated the Rahier of Solnari?
Seems that way. We were kind of focused on dealing with the Doctor, though.
Well, that's good to hear. Hey, now that the Northern Abyss calamity is finally resolved, Varka must be getting ready for the triumphant return of his expedition, right? I haven't seen him in the longest time. He must have so many stories to share.
Hooray! Paimon was wondering about that, too. He did call you Barbados. But weren't you still fast asleep back when he was in Mondstadt?
Let's call it half asleep. I was resting my eyes in the Thousand Winds Temple one day when I heard a commotion outside. It was a young knight who had journeyed there in search of trials and oracles after hearing some tall tales at the local tavern. In fact, all that awaited him were moss-covered walls and an angry ruin guard. But he seemed completely unfazed, laughing heartily as he sent the ruin guard's missiles flying off into the horizons.
Huh! They must have been making quite a racket if it was enough to wake up the tone-deaf bard.
Yeah, it sounded kinda like...
Hey! Is that all you've got? Oh, bring it on!
like that.
Giving up already? You're not half as tough as Varka said.
A young knight of Favonius trekking out to the Thousand Winds Temple in search of adventure. Now there's a sight I haven't seen in a while.
A bard in green clothes. Does this mean... Oh, you're Venti? I was just wondering how I was gonna track you down.
Oh, so you were looking for the tone-deaf bard? Strange place to start your search.
Hold on. blonde hair, white hair? You must be the honorary knight, and Paimon! The Grand Master talks about you all the time. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lowen, Vice Captain of the 5th Company of the Knights of Favonius, and a member of the Expeditionary Force. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh, so you're part of the expedition, huh? Right. So that's why Paimon's never seen you around in Mondstadt. Hey, wait a second. We never saw you in Nodcry either.
That's probably because when the Wild Hunt was still running rampant, I spent most of my time out on my own, making mincemeat out of monsters. I barely went back to base at all. Then, once the Wild Hunt calmed down, I got sent back to Mondstadt. Mixed blessing, if you ask me. Sounds like I missed out on some serious action.
No wonder we never saw you while we were dealing with the doctor. So, why did Varka send you back?
Deliver some letters. There's one for the Knights of Favonius, one for the church, another for the Dawn Winery, at least 10 of them in total.
Jeez, how many people has he sent to deliver his mail now? Mika, Inefa, Lowen. He should just hire a full-time mailman already. In fact, he's earned himself a new nickname. Let's go with... Sir Writes-A-Lot.
I'll have you know that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. So, tone deaf or not, I wear the title of Bard with pride. And I consider Sir Writes-A-Lot to be quite a compliment.
Wait, really? Darn it! Maybe Paimon should come up with some harder-hitting nicknames for these two.
Anyway, since this young man has come all the way to the Thousand Winds Temple looking for me, I assume he must have a letter for me too. Am I right?
You sure are, to use the Grand Master's own words.
This one is for the Bard in green clothes. These days, I think he goes by Venti. Doesn't really have an address as such. You could start by asking around in Mondstadt, or maybe try your luck at the Thousand Winds Temple.
I figured that since there was this punching bag here, Ruin Guard, I could get some practice in while I was at it. So, I came right here the second I got back to Mondstadt.
That Varka is so slapdash sometimes. It's a good thing we happen to be nearby.
Oh, he also said to remind you to write back.
Nothing in particular. Just some idle chatter between two drinking buddies. But if I'm supposed to write back this time... I'll need some time to mull over my response. Varka gave you a whole bunch of letters to deliver, right? Maybe you can head into Mondstadt and deliver the rest of them first?
My thoughts exactly. Assuming I can find the way. Hopefully the roads haven't changed too much since the pre-expedition days.
Well, why don't we have Mondstadt's honorary knight escort this homeward-bound wanderer to the city? I'm sure some of the recipients of Varka's letters will turn out to be old friends of yours, too.
Let's go! It's been a while since Paimon's done any guide work.
Thank you so much, honorary knight. And you, Miss Guide.
The Abyss. The Wild Hunt. Andreas. Get home safe, Varka.
Why do my ears feel so hot all of a sudden? Is someone talking about me? Surely there's no way anyone found the secret stash of cash in my office. That would be terrible.
Grandmaster, bad time to get distracted.
Watch out! Enemies approaching!
Huh? Oh, it's just a few stragglers. They're no real threat to us. This expedition is almost over. We just need to deal with these final few targets, and then... we will make our triumphant return! Stormwind! On me.
Stormwind! Maria sweeping in!
Without the Reikir of Sonari to direct them, it seems like all that's left is their primal urge to destroy.
If this is all that the Wild Hunt can muster now, surely the Lightkeepers of Nodcry will be able to deal with what's left.
Just like I thought. What we should be wary of now is...
Grandmaster, based on Lightkeeper intel and our own reconnaissance, one of the suspected targets should be just up ahead.
Good. You know the drill. Stay here and stand guard. Leave the rest to me.
Yes, Grandmaster!
We meet again, Andreas.
So, you've returned from Mondstadt. Don't you want to see what it looks like now? I was planning to take a look around there myself. Perhaps you could be my guide.
What's this? An echo from 1,000 years ago? Everything seems normal so far. Here's hoping I'm just overthinking things. There are 2 other places to check. Maybe this will all go smoothly after all. It's your turn, my friend. Come, Andreas!
Although, for returning to your old home, perhaps Andreas is a little too ostentatious. Might be better to go by...
Boreas.
Huh?
Injustice, corruption, iniquity. Is the surface world still as wretched and foul as ever? Answer me, heir to the knighthood of Boreas.
Looks like I'm not getting out of this without a fight. That's where things stand with the expedition. The victors will be returning home soon, so make sure to stock up on wine for the celebrations. P.S. I hope everyone's keeping up with their daily training. I'll be testing you all when I get back to make sure no one's regressed. P.P.S. I wrote individual letters for each and every one of you. Don't forget to write back.
That's all.
Everyone gets one? Wow! Sure writes Lancelot is really living up to his name.
I guess the Grand Master must have something specific to say to each of us. Even I got a letter, and I'm not a real knight yet.
Jean?
Oh, yes. That's our Grandmaster for you.
By the way, anyone know where I can find the cavalry captain? I have a letter for him as well.
You mean Kaya? He said he was meeting a friend from the church at the Angel Share. Allegedly for work. Said he was exchanging intel. But I'd say there's a 50-50 chance he's just there for a drink.
Paimon bets there'll be lots of familiar faces there. How about we deliver Kaya's letter? And these other two as well!
Really? Oh, that would be a great help, thank you.
Our thanks to you too, Lowen. The other knights will help distribute the remaining letters. You've had a long journey. Please go get some rest.
Great, but I won't be resting just yet. I have one last letter to deliver to Wolvendom. This one, I was planning on delivering personally. I heard that another challenger recently passed Boreas' trial. Well, with any luck, that wolf might be willing to reveal himself to me, too.
Very well, but please remember to show respect to the local wolves.
I will. Goodbye.
Grandmaster offered lots of advice in his letter regarding my recent assessments. I didn't think he'd spare a thought for that kind of thing in the middle of an expedition. So, Honorary Knight, if you have the time, do you think you could help me out with my special training?
He wants to test me to see if my skills have regressed? I still haven't forgotten how he went easy on me last time. I'm assuming you must have seen him going all out before. When the time comes, you'd better keep an eye on him for me.
I mean, it makes sense that he wants to test you. Physical is the worst element in the game.
Ah, the Grand Master. The archives are filled with documents awaiting his review. I'm not letting him run off again until he's finished dealing with every last one. On another note, have you spoken to Jean? I hope she'll finally be able to relax a little once Varka returns.
May the Animo Archon protect you.
The Grand Master wrote in his letter that the Boom Blossom Bombs we sent worked really well. He wants to know if we've made any more.
Uncle Mark is coming home? Yay! I can't wait to go outside and play with him.
Okay, we'll deliver these letters to the Adventurers Guild and the Cat's Tail. You can just handle the ones for the Angel Share.
The expedition is finally wrapping up. Oh, I hope the maps I made on our way there are good enough to get them safely home.
Alright, it's been 2 hours, so instead of talking to Jean right now to continue the quest line, I'm gonna just call it there for the stream. This wasn't meant to be a long stream anyway, and I was mostly doing a lot of yapping, talking about the banners and what I thought, and etc, etc. So maybe tomorrow or maybe Saturday, I don't know, or Friday night, I'll go ahead and decide to stream again, but for now, I'm just going to leave it at that. So, for those watching on Twitch when you're watching the recent VODs, or if you're watching on YouTube after I upload this VOD over there, I thank you for watching, I thank you for joining me, and depending on when you're watching, have a great morning, afternoon, or night, and just remember to stay happy, stay healthy, and just have fun. And don't forget, when it comes to these gacha games, you do not need to spend money to get good. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye, and good night.